So right now I'm sorting out the papers. I'm putting all of the papers from the job center in a chronological order so I can have a full picture of the case of the investigation against the job center. And this afternoon I have a meeting with the social worker at 4 p.m. I will ask him a lot of questions. I'm already prepared for the meeting, but I just want to spend some time on reorganizing this file because I want to make sure that everything is in a chronological order and I can digest everything a little bit more once again before I do each specific video about the issues that I faced with the job center. But yes, it is a lot of paperwork. I've been living here in Germany less than 2 years, and I applied for the job center because I lost my job in December 2018. So then I applied my first application to the job center in January 2019, and there's a lot of paperwork. So I will need a couple of minutes, probably 1 hour doing this. I'm not entirely sure, but I would say 30 minutes just to sort everything out. And yeah, so this is my task now, and I really advise people when they're going through difficult times to write everything down, to organize themselves. And if they are dealing with a lot of paperwork, buy a file like this and put everything into chronological order so you can manage your situation a little bit better, especially if you're in a foreign country and you speak the language really well. But regardless, even if it's your own country and do speak the language, sometimes we are stressed out, we have other things to do, and we cannot just be on this all the time. But by having a file that's organized, you can leverage your situation a little bit more, and when you really need it, everything's on point. You just get to the day, to the month of that particular issue, and job done. So I'm generally really organized, and this was already in chronological order, just the latest papers that were not. But today I will reorganize everything and make sure that everything is in a chronological order so I can fight for homeless rights because they are human rights. So as you can see, this is a huge task and I'm not finished yet. This is just the beginning. I'm organizing everything by month. And but I was just thinking, can you imagine if you're a homeless person, you don't have a place to, first of all, store all this paperwork. Second of all, you have so many other things that you need to think about. So how are you going to eat, where you're going to sleep, how are you going to take care of hygiene, your basic needs, right? Also your security, because it's not safe out there, let alone just doing these things, organizing paperwork. So it is really tough for homeless people. And if the government is not doing anything to protect and help them, then there is a problem in the system. And this systematic problem is an issue because we have to not just give benefit for the 1%, such as corporations paying no tax and exploiting employees, etc. But we have to also give support for people that need help the most, not the 1%, not corporation. And so this is a proof and evidence that it is challenging to organize yourself or reorganize yourself to make sure that you get some sort of level of justice. And I believe no one needs to do this really to be taken seriously or to be supported by the government. The government should actually have all of this organized in their databases. And when you go there, they have all of that. You don't need to prove everything. You don't need to go backwards. actually is a waste of paper to be sending so many of this to us. And I mean, yeah, so this is probably way less than 2 years of paperwork. I would say that this is 14 months of paperwork. And look, this is just one timeline, as you got so much more to go. And it's a waste of resources, a waste of paper. And one of my suggestions as well is just that the government should have all of this into databases, and it's easier for the population, and it's better for the environment, and everyone's winning in the end, right? So obviously it would make a life of a homeless person way easier if all of this is stored in our databases with the job center. So when they show up there, they don't have to bring all of that. Obviously they are going through difficult times, and the last thing that we want to do or give them is more work or more stress. As you can see, I have finished part 1, which is organizing all the papers in a chronological order by month. And so I'm saying this is part 1 because next time I will dedicate 1 hour again for a similar task, but I'm going to go inside on each month and reorganize everything in a chronological order, and instead make sure that everything makes sense. And then this will be part 2 of reorganizing the paperwork. And then after part 2, I start to record the videos from the beginning of all times. So yeah, a lot of work, a lot of admin paperwork today, but I'm really happy with the progress. And you see, if you are trying to deal with a difficult situation, just do that. Really organize all of your paperwork like this, label them by monthly, and then you can have a huge and a clear picture of the issue that's going on, whatever issue you're going through. So I hope I can inspire you a little bit as well. So I put everything on the floor because I like to be grounded like this, and it helps me to just remain calm and grounded and focused. And remember not to stress yourself out, so do little by little. Yeah, so I've done this task today, and then next time I'm going to do a little bit more again, because we don't want to stress out about it, and we need to look after our mental health. We need to be calm, and we need to feel good to overcome those challenges, right? Slowly, one step at a time, and eventually you get to the top. So take it easy on yourself.